I fixed the server. It's working again. To no one's surprise, it's working again. I got rid of the one naughty block. Took it out back and I killed it. Yeah, I'm pretty much one bad move. Alright, is all it's gonna take for me in this game right now to pump like the fucking 800 like giga barrels of oil I have directly into the sea. Alright, I'm one of those away. Alright, I could easily reverse the stream and just pump it all out right beneath our base. That's evil. The fish shot the first shot. Alright. They shot the first shot. They're lucky that I don't just... They're lucky I don't kick it up to ethanol or something, alright? Because I could. I could because I can because I have it. Alright? Isn't that a gas, though? Yeah, well... According to Minecraft, it's a liquid. According to Minecraft, it is very pumpable, and I can pick it up in a bucket. So, fuck you! They're all the same in Minecraft. Dude, Dave was kind of MIA on the server for a while, so I was left to my own devices to progress us through like some of the grindier parts, and boy oh boy, I did things, horrible things I'll never explain to all of you. You'll just have to like look at what I did and be like, oh, what the fuck has he done? But it works. That's all I'm gonna say is everything I've done works. What did you do to the moose? I didn't do anything to the moose. Why would I ever go up there? Why would I ever go up there? There ain't no oil on that island. Why would I go? Unless there was oil on that island, why would I ever go up there? Got no need for it. Hey, I'm ready. Oh, just letting Dave know that I'm good to hop in a call. I'm glad I'm doing this today because I had to get up really early for a doctor's appointment, so I'm kind of a little sleepy. So if it wasn't a co-op stream today, I wouldn't be streaming. Is that oil rig an actual screenshot of your map? Yes, I built that. That's definitely what my base looks like. That one I made. It just looks a lot different from the inside. It's ugly. Well, it looks a lot different from the inside, and that's the part that counts, you know? It looks a lot smaller on the inside. It's a lot more dense. Did you build those shaders too? Nah, those shaders have always been on. It's just that they don't translate very well through the bitrate of the stream, unfortunately. I blame Twitch, yeah. Twitch just doesn't have the tech behind it to do what I need. It's a shame. It really is. Dude, my body fucking hurts from playing that Kung Fu game still. Like, I work out, but whatever my arms had to do while playing that Kung Fu game, my arms are still like, bro, what the fuck were you Nothing you did is to code. What you did that day wasn't to code. You fucking idiot. Like, what did you do? Like, I think it just did, like, every muscle that I never work out is just, like, still is specifically hurting. I think it's because there's no weight behind VR. It's just your arms moving in weird directions really quickly. So it's like, what are you gonna do to work that out in real life? Like fucking flail your arms around until they hurt? It's just like it's an unworkoutable muscle. All my tissues are in pain. Add some lead weights to the controllers. Maybe. Dude, hang on, what's Dave saying? I messaged him and he's just said I. Oh, I am good to go. Okay, he just said I at first, and he held that for about 30 seconds alone. No, I the letter, not A-Y-E. I the letter. Just I. Calling him. David.
Hello?
What's up?
You tell me.
You tell me. How about you tell me?
Didn't ask.
that was actually the most dysfunctional fucking thing like we've done for like an intro like sentence ever. What's up? No, you didn't ask.
Yep. Despite actually asking in the last breath. Yeah. Yeah, that's me.
Dave, I've been busy, Dave.
I've seen.
I have an image on stream of the oil machine I made for the map for like
yeah. That's the one.
That's it, right? Like it looks a lot smaller on the inside. Is all.
Weren't you involved in some like big
I don't want to talk about that.
2018.
But I will say this, we're going to be involved in a pretty big spill if like any creature outside of our walls attacks us one time. I'm going to start pumping crude oil right into the sea.
Can that be a mechanic where we can
It definitely
pollute?
Is, and we can.
Really?
We don't need to like, oh yeah, I can totally pump it into the sea. There's nothing stopping us.
So while we took a break earlier and I was exploring, I just saw a whale that was beached on nothing and died on the surface.
Did it blow up?
No, I was waiting for it to blow up, like for it to get gaseous and expand.
Dude, imagine I know it's a tragedy. You know, it's like equivalent to like molasses.
It is a tragedy. The mod makers refuse to have exploding whales in this mod.
I mean, just imagine you're a person that's like, oh my god, what is that thing on the beach? You walk up to it and it explodes. Like it's a whale. Like imagine it going down in history that you blew up because a whale died and was quote unquote too gassy.
If I was okay, I'm walking on the beach, I see a whale that is beached.
Yeah.
Instinct calls upon me to puncture a hole in the whale and see if I can walk inside it.
I mean, is that fucking instinct? That doesn't seem like instinct.
No?
But when I see a dead thing, I'm not like, I gotta get in there.
You never dreamed of that?
I gotta climb. That's not instinct, that's a dream. You just told us your sick fascination, dude. That's not an instinct. That's a sick.
I want to get in there. I want to do some tinkering. I want to see if I can save him.
You want to see if you can be an interior Frankenstein for the whale. Like
I bring a car battery. I bring some bike tires and an engine of sorts, and I get to the brain.
So you want to Frankenstein the whale?
I mean, not Frankenstein. I want to RoboCop the whale. I don't want Frankenstein. No.
So you basically want to turn the whale into a bus with a whale-like skin?
that talks.
I mean, you can make anything talk. That's like nothing nowadays.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can make anything talk.
Easier said than done, Tomato. Trust me.
Like, do you mean like have sentience and talk, or do you just mean like hello? Because like that's easy.
No, I want it to be like when the whale is in pain, it'll like
scream.
the little machine will go pain.
Oh,
So
it just says pain, or it screams.
It just says pain.
Ah.
And then it says happy. But really, what would happen is, as long as this thing is in my like grasp, it will basically be saying pain constantly because of everything. The surgery I've got to. I'm a scientist after all, you know.
I mean, now I like kind of get. If this is your kind of sick fascination, I understand why God did make sure that all whales blow up if you get too close to their dead bodies on the beach, because otherwise we'd have a lot of pain whales fucking driving around on the streets.
Tomato, I gotta open up my Twitch branded thermos that I have here with me.
Yep, go ahead.
And I'm gonna sip on some pineapple juice to just make a point to all the haters out there. I actually should sit up.
Who is hating one, and like. Who ever asked you about this at all? Like, what's going on?
What?
Where did this come from?
Now, you did something to me there, and you tried to mask it in a genuine question. Did you use now, Your Honor, you ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
What
did you or did you not hear the two words in tandem connected by a short breath? Who asked?
I'm trying to get better at hiding it, but yeah, the long and short of it was I was trying to ask you. I'm just you didn't, David. You didn't arrive at any kind of fucking point.
I was just keeping you updated on what I was doing, dude.
I mean, it's just like, dude, we're on Twitch. You don't need to fucking suck their dick while we're on.
Hey, all right, let's balance these scales a little bit. I asked for this thermos. They didn't send me anything for free. By the way, Twitch, you
of course.
Christmas gift that came in March? Really? You know what?
Oh.
I get it. You guys, it's an American company, and I'm all the way out here in basically the middle of nowhere, London. The center of the known world at some point. But anyways, yeah, that's beside the point. This thermos doesn't even have my name on. I was gonna go on to a different bit, but now I'm just complaining about.
Dude, like it's just like, are you good? Like I've never had a point in my entire life where I've been like, I gotta let people know about this thermos that's been pissing me the fuck off all week. Like, just get a new thermos.
No, it's not. The thermos is great. The problem, it's really no problem. Is that I used it in public today for the first time.
Oh, and someone was immediately like, "Is that Dave?"
Started treating me differently.
Oh, they start treating you. Oh,
yeah.
Yep, that's gonna happen.
You
outed yourself as a content creator.
I need to keep filled up on water because of my spinal thing. Yep. So I usually have a bottle, but I left it far away. So I was like, I'll just grab the next bottle I have, which is the Twitch thermos. And so in my office, I'm there sipping away, refilling the thermos. You brought it to the
office?
It was a quiet day. Not many.
But weren't you the person that was also like, the one worst thing that could happen to me is anyone ever finding out my connection to Twitch at any point in my entire life, and then you brought this into the one place you couldn't?
I wasn't gonna drink with my hands, Tomato.
like I feel like you should have more. Like, here's the thing. It's baffling because if this was your greatest fear to have this happen at all, the fact that you would buy a branded thing that you could even have a risk of bringing into a place almost makes you look like some kind of sick masochist freak that really wants to get caught,
really like
you know? Like,
it doesn't.
You're like a sicko.
It doesn't have my name on it, so they're like, that's probably just a fan, you know? He's just a fan of gaming and Twitch.
Nah, but you're truly living on the razor's edge. You want to get caught. That's what it is.
You're
a little freak.
What's the thing? This is my version of voyeurism.
You're like a fucking brand exhibitionist, dude.
Next time I'm gonna wear the Twitch branded socks that they sent me. That'll really.
You want to give them hints so they finally catch on to what's really going on. You know.
And then they'll be like, so your channel name is Partner? Because that's all it says on the service. And then
but it doesn't even say your name. It says fucking Partner.
It says Partner with the check mark.
That, I feel like that's something you can get on Redbubble for like $2.
Oh my god.
You know, like that doesn't even feel like that's.
You could have at least said something I knew, like eBay or what is Redbubble?
It's like the fucking. It's like that awful like T-shirt and like merchandise site that no one actually uses. They just steal everyone's. It's like an Etsy.
Oh,
basically.
Yeah, it's like Etsy.
Yeah, I feel like if there's no actual confirmation of your identity on the thing, I mean, anyone could get a fucking thermos. It sounds like that just says Partner on it with a check mark.
Do you think it makes me look like more of a fraud? Because surely if I was a real
partner, it makes you look like a total fucking buffoon.
See, now that helps me, because now I just look like a really big fan of Twitch. They're like, oh, he just really likes Twitch. Like, there's no channel name on that. Just nobody.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's no... Look, the problem is, the only place it's acceptable to wear any kind of merchandise from Twitch, I feel like, is at a convention for Twitch. Which is a really niche slice of time.
I honestly feel like if you were at
TwitchCon
wearing Twitch merch... Like
ultimate hack, hack level shit. Like you look like a.
Like, what are you smoking?
You look like a total tool at that point. The answer is there is no time. There is no time to wear Twitch merch.
Except when you're streaming.
Except when you're streaming, so people can double check while they're looking at your webcam that they haven't suddenly gone to the wrong side.
Right now? The people who regularly fall asleep on my stream and then they can wake up to see me with a big hat to remind them where they are.
The best time to wear Twitch merch is when you're completely isolated and alone in your own house. So whenever you're not working, you can look at yourself in the mirror wearing your big fucking t-shirt that says Tomato Gaming Partner in all caps so that you can be constantly reminded without any fucking relent for even a moment that you should be working right now. That's the only time. So you can always be in uniform and never stop.
Here's the thing. Tomato, you said working, but what you really meant to say was getting a real job. Going to a steel mill or a factory and turning your life around before it's too late. Going to a coal mine where the black lung lives.
I walked into that one hard. Fuck.
I couldn't pass it up.
No, you had to do it. You had to.
Stun locked. What is with stun locked?
I mean, it's like
Jesus.
I didn't even get stun locked. I just didn't have time to respond because I was laughing.
No, that wasn't stun locked. That was just
that was just respect for the play,
for the hustle. I remember one of the things you told me really early on when we first met, and I think about it every couple months, and it's about what is the low-hanging fruit of comedy. And how, if my people are hungry, let them eat, is what I say.
Yeah, you gotta go for every single swing because no one has any standards at all.
It's true. I think it's only become worse with the.
Dude, we're in this is a dystopian era. All right.
In general, right?
I think there's been a shortage of things that are actually fun and enjoyable to the point where people are still out there morbid and they shouldn't be. It should be over by now. But that's where the jokes still are. That's where they still are.
That's true. And the problem with the high hanging fruit of comedy is it may taste better, but nobody knows what it tastes
It's never
like.
worth the effort.
No, yeah.
Because people still respond to it in the same way, and they go, ha 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 ha. Yes.
Yeah. Whereas there will be like 6 people in chat wheeze laughing from Jared Leto saying it's Morbin time and playing the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme on Twitter.
God.
That's there'll be people gasping for air. A nurse runs in with like an IV of something, and a little mask to put on them because of it's Morbin time.
It's got to end, though, right? It has to end.
They put it back in theaters, right?
I know, and it tanked again. It was the most. I think it may go down in history as the most pathetic play from a studio ever. It actually makes me feel bad for. Like, I never feel bad for executives, like rich suits, ever. But I started to feel actually secondhand true embarrassment for a bunch of old people.
It must have been like there was one guy who accidentally felt something. Like the meme awokened in him what I can only describe as maybe like passion or life. And he was like, no, maybe I want this movie to do well. And then he promptly died of a heart attack when he saw the numbers.
God rest his soul.
Yeah. But, that $85K will be going towards his family and expenses, and severance pay.
God, it only made another $85K, huh?
Yeah.
Did they ever release how much that movie cost to be made?
If it's a modern movie, look, all I'm saying is, if that was in the hands of Neil Breen, well, they would have made a profit. You know what I mean?
Bud, stop. I don't know. Here's the thing. The Wikipedia, I think, is compromised. Here's the thing. I think the Wikipedia might be compromised. But I'm looking here at the budget for Morbius, and they're saying it was 75 to 83 million. Okay. Box office, 163.3 million. And here's the thing. While that looks compromised, I also cannot write off the fact that China can make movies so much fucking money. When we think they are shit, people overseas will be like, oh, this is insane. This one changed my life. So it's like, I really don't know.
There's like a huge thing with the Chinese cinema, and for Morbius, I know this to be true. There are holes in people's drywall with how much they loved that film. But I feel like the wiki's got to be compromised, but like who? By who though? Tomato, like it ain't China. Like they don't care. Who is lying up that Morbius made money?
Bud,
I don't.
People are saying. I think it was almost entirely overseas income. I don't know if the wiki's I scroll. Okay, here's the thing. I imagine the wiki is compromised at the very top. However, when I get down to like the theatrical reception of the box office in the middle and bottom, and it's accurate there too, and the math adds up, I start to question.
Here's what really happened. There was one guy who worked on the movie, or like an investor who worked on the movie, who's mega rich, and he wants his numbers on things he's invested in and profits he's got to look good. He just was like, I'm gonna give you $100 million to say that this money came from the movie, and I'm gonna give you that money, and then you're gonna give it back to me. You understand? And everyone goes, and that's gotta be it. I don't know.
I'm just tired of. I think movies need to stop. I hate all movies. I think all movies is shit.
That's not true.
I hate them all. I hate them all. I have made I look.
You ever seen Cars?
Have you seen Cars 2?
No.
Then I rest my case.
Have you seen Planes?
Have I seen Planes? That's one of the only ones that gives me hope in the cinema, dude.
It was really funny. We're not the only Brainiacs out there, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you know?
There's a lot of Brainiacs out there. Most Brainiacs, they don't show themselves out of fear.
I went away after we talked about how like someone should give Neil Breen a Marvel.
Mhm.
And I was just out there living my life, and I saw Vinny from Vinesource
Mhm.
verbatim say the same thing we said about giving Neil Breen a movie, a full budget
Look,
Marvel movie. And
I'm
I think,
glad there are other people that agree, because I mean, it's like, the thing is,
when do we start the petition?
when do we start the petition? Because the thing is, okay, he will personally either end cinema forever. No one will ever want to make another movie again after what he
Yeah.
does, either
Oh.
because it's so good or it's so bad. Either way, it'll be the last movie. It'll be the last movie.
That's the dude. There's gonna be a documentary to accompany whatever he makes called The Last Movie because the stakes are high. It's
Like, I don't know, but it's like, there's an argument to be said that if I was making any kind of product and then someone made it so much better and harder than me, that I would just be like, I don't fucking even wanna step into it. You know, it's like when you do a school project and someone goes before you and does theirs so fucking well, and then you
Oh,
look like a
yeah.
fucking bozo right
I
after.
don't want to go next.
You know, it's like
teacher.
he will
it's all
create a fucking era of like a movie drought of 15 to 20 years where everyone's like, has it been long enough to step back into the court with Breen?
Dude, TVs won't turn on for 70 years.
It will be a dark era in our culture.
Literally the dark age. Like, imagine the event where it's the premiere of Neil Breen's new movie. Only like 10 people get to watch it, but for some reason, electricity stops working on Earth. and this is like the new world, like post Breen. The calendars are gonna change. It's gonna be PB now after whatever like AD we're in.
Look, we might sound like fans right now, chat, but you know, hashtag eyes on Breen. All right, keep an eye out, because like once the
what was that?
you know, keep an eye on him.
Eyes on Breen.
Eyes on Breen. Keep an eye on what he's up to out there.
All eyes on
All
Breen.
eyes on Breen, because he's gonna eventually he's gonna get the money. and you're gonna want to be prepared. You don't want to miss the news and be caught out. The power flickers out, and you wonder if it's just like a little flicker, and then you find out on a newspaper that Breen did post his big movie, and that's why the
Honestly,
power's gone.
Like that's when like modern day piracy will become a problem. People will start sailing in ships to try and steal like fragments of the movie,
Ooh,
and it'll be hell. But you know, all eyes on Breen.
all
The
eyes on Breen. Keep an eye on him.
Hashtag the last movie.
It's very bold. Look, if anyone else other than Breen were to come onto social media and be like, this is hashtag the last movie ever, I'd be like, you fucking asshole. Who do you think you are saying this is the last movie?
Yeah.
But when it's Breen, if it's Neil Breen saying it, I'm like, Neil, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah.
Because he would do something. He would do something to make sure it's the last movie.
They're gonna find like Steven Spielberg, Quentin Tarantino, and like James Cameron in like Arkham Asylum because of Neil Breen's movie. Like they'll just be like, everything I've done for my whole life was worthless because of this film. It's gonna be really sad.
I mean, it's like there's at least one real Hollywood director out there. And statistically, I know it to be true.
and his
That
name
has
is
looked
Neil
at a
Breen.
Neil Breen movie and gone like, I have to reconsider my movie because I've seen what this guy's doing, and it makes my movie look like something a chump made. Because, you know, like a YouTuber or a streamer does the same thing where they look at another YouTuber or streamer and they go, oh, this person makes me look like a fucking garbage. So there's at least one actual qualified director that's looked at Neil Breen, the psychopath, that's working, gone like, guys, we can't launch this movie. Have you guys seen Twisted Pair? Has anyone in this room, raise your hand if you've seen Twisted Pair?
You know what the thing is though, Tomato? There are other Brainiacs out there, right?
Uh-huh.
And I don't mean like fans, but I mean, have you heard like the Breen of music? I like to call her Yoko Ono. If she releases anything ever again, music is finished.
Mhm.
Like it's over now.
Yep.
She'll scream into a microphone for like maybe 3 minutes, and then music dies. I don't know. I live afraid that she's allowed to be out there, like, without supervision.
Fucking cursed thought, dude. Oh,
I
man.
think there's gotta be, like, who's the Breen of streaming? One day.
Breen of streaming. That's
One
a
day-
fucking hard one, because, like,
One day they're gonna go live and it's over for us.
fuck, who is the Breen of streaming? Because that's an insult in a way and a compliment in another, right?
Yeah,
So, like, I
that's-
can't just be like, this guy's the Breen of streaming, because, like, they might hear it and be like, so you think I'm, like, fucking Neil Breen? No, chat, if someone... No, chat. You guys are like
No,
listening to like
you
fucking German
guys.
stuff. You guys haven't seen a Neil Breen movie,
you
which is
don't
why you're
get it.
saying
You
shit like
don't
that. You are
get it.
so dumb.
Yo, somebody tell Germa that at least like 20 people think he's the Neil Breen of streaming. Watch him like just give up.
Watch him,
He's like-
watch him actually fucking die. Like you. Because a Neil Breen streamer has to be truly unwatchable.
no.
But somehow
No.
people still go, yeah, I fucking
Yeah.
love that guy. He's fucking hilarious. But if you go to their stream ever, there's actually negative viewers.
Yeah, the Neil
No
Breen-
one wants to see it in real time. They
Neil
want
Breen of
someone else
streaming.
to go in for them and extract funny parts for them to watch. Is
Here's
what a
what it
Neil
means.
Breen streamer would be.
Here's what's happening for the Neil Breen of streaming. When they go live, someone else gets more viewers because of them. And I mean thousands. Like they are saving streaming by having nothing.
Oh. Yeah.
Honestly, I have something to work towards now. I
Mhm.
think I'm gonna keep honing my craft.
You gotta look. I don't think it's possible to hone Neil Breen streaming.
No, actually, yeah. There's no
Like that, you
honing
can't
there.
you can't strive to be that kind of person. You have to be born and live like that your whole life.
Yeah.
You have to be completely blind to the curse that you have.
be burdened with
Yeah,
talent.
it's a curse that you will never understand and you
Yeah.
will never know exists at all. Everyone else around you will just be quietly accepting that you are a cursed being.
Do you think that happens to like Neil Breen? Like he goes somewhere and he's not delivering a line, but he's just like saying something, but he says it in that Breen-like way.
But
that makes
I am
people feel like
confident
they're
that Neil Breen
messing
has
with
no fucking and it's truly like a little bit sad at the same time, but I am extremely confident that Neil Breen, he couldn't make the kinds of fucking unbelievably unhinged shit that he makes if he was like a Tommy Wiseau type where he actually was like in on the joke. This guy is still to this day like fucking thriving in his element. Not knowing at all for a second that everyone both believes that he is the worst fucking thing to ever happen to movies and the
No,
best
no.
at the same time. A
No.
perfect yin and yang creature.
He must like know. People must have like told him, but he'll never be able to comprehend it at all. Ever. He won't know. He won't have a gauge for what he does that's good or bad, no matter how people explain it to him. He'll just be like, I've done the same thing my whole life. I don't get it.
Mhm.
This
There-
is just me.
There are still people in chat that are like, who is Neil Breen? Who are these people talking about? And look, all I'm going to say is you've got a lot of time in your life to watch and enjoy things.
But
And
never enough time.
Here's the thing, okay? Some Neil Breen movies are total beans. They are. You will hate them. You will not find any joy in them. However, what I do advise, and I believe it's on Amazon to stream on Prime Video, and I don't do this very often, but you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't immediately grab someone without context that has no idea who Neil Breen is and sit them down and make them watch Fateful Findings with you
Please.
on Amazon. Okay.
If you've ever thought that you loved someone and they haven't seen a Neil Breen movie, please, without context,
You
just
have
get them
to.
watch
You
one.
have to make them watch it.
Yeah.
This is this is a call to arms. You have to make them watch Fateful Findings, start to finish
Now-
till the credits to roll. All right.
Think of it this way, okay? if Morbius made 85,000 by reopening in cinemas, I think that Neil Breen can have a $100 million resurgence in like net gain.
Yeah. Look,
because it's just quality. It's just quality over quantity, you know?
I wish, because here's the thing. I know for a fact we could never get away with it. Neil Breen would rip us to shreds if we tried to watch the movie on stream. But I wish we could do like a fucking actual, because I don't want to do like a watch party with like Amazon Prime. That shit sucks eggs. Yeah. I'd want to do an actual, like fully illegal stream of Neil Breen's Fateful Findings. But like, I know Neil Breen like, doesn't have a legal system, like any kind of like attorney to come at me, but I also don't want to even deal with a single email from him.
We've seen Twisted Pair. We know his legal system. It's him brandishing a knife.
I know, and that's what scares me more than any amount of lawyers, is just Neil being mad himself.
Yeah, honestly, the fact that I've upset him, he'd just come up, he'd say, I'm not gonna do anything. I just want you to know I'm disappointed. That would shatter my world.
Well, it would ruin my night, because I'd be like, the next movie is going to include at least one person with my hair color getting stabbed and killed, and that will be about me. Like, and I know Neil Breen would do that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be inserted into his movie as like someone that he kills immediately after calling me immoral. And then, like,
absolutely would love that. I would love Neil Breen, if you want to put me in as like just to destroy me, like rip me like cell from cell, like the little ribosomes in my DNA, go for it.
To be an honor to be part of the hashtag last movie.
I would love to. That was my role in the last movie. Oh my gosh. That would be worth it. Immortalized in death.
Dude, I think that's something a lot of people dream about.
Yeah, I think it's like what the Spartans used to say about like life and war and whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Dude, we gotta stop talking about Neil so much. It must make us look like insane people.
I mean, talking about someone insane makes you look insane. That sounds about right. I think that does.
I mean, if it was like one time, people are like, oh, they're having fun with it. We talk about Neil at least once a stream.
You're right.
At least.
I think he's just iconic. And he's been on my mind lately.
Would you do a stream with Neil Breen as a guest? No. Never meet your heroes, chat.
That's right. Neil Breen doing a stream with us as pawns.
Yeah, I don't want to be a pawn. And like, honestly, look, every time I've met someone that I actually wanted to meet, like in Twitch or YouTube, they always went the second I tried to talk to them over and over again. They kept making that sound, and they'd slap me in the face and then walk away.
And I was gonna.
Nah, do it, dude. Fucking say your truth, man.
No, I was gonna do like my go-to name, but you've met them before, so I can't.
Dude, I can't fucking say your truth. I'll back up anything anyone fucking says about anyone.
I know, but you always come back to me and you tell me over and over, Dave, never meet Markiplier. And I can't.
Nah, because whenever you try talking to me, he goes, and he slaps you in the fucking face.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, I don't know what to do, because that was Markiplier. He went to space. Like, you can't do something about that. He went to space, apparently.
You can't change that.
I'm like, hey, he just slapped me in the face, and someone at like Polaris would be like, do you want me to get him to unslap you, baby? You want to cry? You know how much more money he makes than you? And then they walk away from it.
Still around?
No, God, no.
Oh, okay.
Dude, do you not? Polaris was like the ultimate fucking heist, man. Like,
that was machinima.
No. This is like a legit thing, and I find it's the funniest fucking thing to this day. Remember how Polaris sold itself to Disney?
Is
eons ago.
That was Maker. Okay, I don't know the story.
Polaris and Maker were part of the same thing. They sold themselves to Disney.
Yes. Yeah.
Disney was told by Polaris, while I was a part of it, that Polaris had full control of every channel that it was partnered with. As in, like, control to do whatever they wanted. And Disney purchased Polaris in the assumption that it would, for instance, own my channel. And then the second they made the deal, everyone at Polaris was like, and I'm changing my name. I'm moving. Goodbye forever. And they took all the money.
What?
And Disney lost like millions.
What?
And that's why the second that exchange happened, Polaris disappeared off the fucking map because Disney was like, wait, are you telling me everything I just spent money on is nothing? It was like buying an NFT, Dave. It was like Disney bought a big pile of NFTs, but all the NFTs were channels they thought they were getting, but really all they were getting was like our fucking like contracts that we could void whenever we fucking wanted.
Yeah,
it's wild.
No wonder Disney hates like YouTube and streaming, and they DMCA everything. They've been trying to make their money back for years.
They got heisted, dude. They got heisted bad.
I didn't know that. So what? Polaris just poof, gone.
Yeah, the poof. It was like. And the wildest thing is that, like, I don't know all the super, super details and specifics because I didn't know a ton of, like, the higher-ups at Polaris. But I definitely met at least one or two of the people that actually received part of the bag and then disappeared.
That's insane.
It's wild.
I didn't know Polaris. So the only things I knew about Polaris, me being a relatively normal and not internet savvy child, was that Polaris was an MCN, a multi-channel network on YouTube.
Yep.
And they sometimes gave people money to do shows. Like they had little game shows and stuff they did.
Yep.
And none of them ran longer than maybe like 10 videos or like episodes. Or none that I cared about or could really, really watch or stomach is probably the better word.
Yeah,
I think what they did was they engineered cringe. Yes, that's it. They went
there's
a little.
There's a lot of cringe.
They made cringe. Yeah,
I mean, but like I would say, we still to this day peddle cringe.
We?
Oh yeah, we as a collective, we peddle cringe. I would say.
I don't think I peddle cringe.
But come on.
I would call what I would call MySpace the one safe haven against the cringe.
Dave.
Yeah?
I've watched you shoot a tripwire in BioShock into yourself 5 times in a row yesterday.
My God.
Like, I don't know who you're trying to fool. I literally watched it and then actively almost thought about typing a message. And I was like, this is going to sting too much. I'm just going to close the stream. And you actually made me leave the stream without saying a fucking word. I came in, watched you do like 5 shots of like a crossbow into your own body while actively getting angrier and angrier that it was happening. And then I closed the stream because I truly couldn't watch it anymore. So I don't know who you're fooling saying you're not cringe, but we are collectively extremely cringe.
No. See, that was. I'm an engineer. I'm a scientist. Well, you see, the difference is that was a lab-grown cringe. That was born in a lab.
It's lab-grown.
Ignis behavior can be learned.
It was a genetically modified cringe mode.
It was it's not real. All right, don't take
so you
that.
Tell me it was a
staged
bit on the stream. It was scripted.
What happens with that one is they take real talent and they cut that into the cringe. That's me. Okay, but what I'm talking about is the pure stuff. You know?
Yeah.
The kind that can only be in a 480p video.
Yeah, the kind of stuff that like they made with a budget and it still came out cringe. Like even though there was people that could have stopped it at any point in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think our cringe is lab grown. Because you know what real reason why it has to be lab grown?
Why?
When I go outside, nobody knows who I am. They don't. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. It's nothing, and I can live that way. That's how I know it's lab grown.
Well, I mean, like you say you can live that way, but it seems like you're in denial of that very fact, considering you walk around with like a Twitch thermos, like you're trying to get the cringe
for one day. That was just a.
Oh, I
That
bet
was
it's
a
only
field
been one
experiment.
day.
That
Oh,
was
you've
a
only
field
slipped up one time, huh? You've only slipped up one single time?
I don't think I've done anything that would point to cringe. No, in my truly, honestly, in my real life, no one has ever called me cringe. Not in school, not growing up. No one has
I
felt the.
no one does that in real life because I don't think anyone look unless you were like bumping into a lot of like children that
Yeah.
like you're actively having conversations with. No one's gonna call you cringe in real life. Are you crazy? No one.
Are you sure?
Positive 100%.
Chat, I would like to remind you, TwitchCon this year there's one in Amsterdam. You can make you can
Do
change fate.
yourself a service and find your streamer, and without introducing who you are, call them cringe and walk away.
Honestly, chat, if you do that, I did the math. They take 7d10 career damage on that one.
You will see it in the next 18 to 40 streams they do consecutively.
For the next 6 months, they won't be the same.
Their entire their whole deal, every joke they make will have a bit of hesitation.
Everything they get from streaming, every sub, every moment made will be poisoned by you. And you will know.
You've sown the seeds of ruin in their career, and then you just get to bask in it for the next entire fiscal year.
If you would like to be the catalyst that creates the next Joker, please.
Dude, call a streamer cringe for long enough, and eventually they'll get like a fucking bridge moment, you know? And that's like kind of like the closest thing you'll get to a Joker moment, I think, for most streamers.
Oh my God.
Is pushing their buttons till they say something heinous. You know, like...
You can't. The bridge moment changed the world.
It's so bad because it fucking did, dude. It literally like derailed my whole career.
People's lives.
People legit lost their jobs.
Oh my God. And that's right, you could
contribute to the next one by socially hacking your streamer by calling them cringe in public.
I'm gonna get a nosebleed. Just the thought, like, really, if that happened, if like 100 people over a couple of months in real life said that the way I was living or what I was doing was cringe, that's a dangerous game. Yeah, like, dude, I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
It's such a fucking, it's just wild. It's just wild. I don't want to think about it anymore. I don't want to think about it anymore because the more we talk about it, the higher the odds are that someone calls me cringe.
Conversely, like, you know what I did that was truly unhinged? I have an email that I gave out for fan mail, and I got some fan mail, and I've been replying to fan emails. And I hate you calling it fan mail, but that's the only way I can get around it and keep it at a distance for my brain. Honestly, if just like imagine if they were all like, bro, this is a funny joke, but I really find what you do truly cringe. Thank you for showing me I'm not the worst guy out there. I think that's the day I take that's the last stream, you know? That's the Breen mode on. And it's all downhill.
Yeah, there's definitely a threshold of how much I can take before I like just will stop streaming and prepare my version of just the hashtag last video where I truly where I come back onto like the VOD channel and post something straight to VOD.
Straight to VOD. But the thing is, conversely, the good thing is when Manifesto,
It's
when we
your
become freedom
streamer
fighters.
manifesto.
Freedom fighters for streaming. That's conversely getting like one person being like, yeah, the streaming is worth it. It's great. It's fun for everyone. And I'm like, damn. If one person a day let it be known that like they enjoy the content that you make, that's enough to keep you streaming even if you're a bad streamer, you know? Like it swings and roundabouts. But obviously if you're Markiplier, you know, you can never have enough of anything in the world. Like you won't rest until you're in space, and look where that got him, you know.
Yeah,
Space.
he is nowhere else to go. The problem is, Dave, that I keep looping back to isn't manifesto is just awful. Like that's a bad word. Like if someone, do you like?
Know what's
we need to get
manifesto?
rid of that word, dude. I like looked up. I looked up manifesto because I was like, what? Why is this one come out so strong? This word, it comes out stringing, like swinging. You know what I mean? It comes out swinging hard.
Yeah.
There's guides on how to write one.
Can you send?
6 steps to writing a manifesto. Be concise. All right. Catch the reader's attention. Okay. Choose your audience. All right. Decide on core values only after you've caught their attention.
The United States government and free thinkers.
Map out a plan of action and revise it.
It's my plan to do what must be done. Revise it. Do what must be done.
I feel like you're obligated to write a manifesto to include at least 90% of it in all caps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of it should be in all caps.
Okay, my real question is, why only 90%? If at least half of it is in all caps, the whole thing should be in all caps.
well, because the thing is, when all of it's in all caps, when you do chill out for a second, people are gonna be like, he's gotta be so fucking angry right now at this point that he personally believes no amount of capitalization could possibly explain the emotion.
That's true, yeah.
Like that's kind of where it is, you know.
I feel like, so I'm writing my manifesto.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there.
Yep.
In my den.
Yep.
It's probably lit with RGB lights.
Is this like immediately after someone runs up to you at a supermarket, sees your thermos, and says, "Oh, you're a fucking streamer"? That's cringe as hell, man. Is this like immediately after that, or is it a couple days? Do you let it simmer?
It's like enough time for me to think about what to do and come to the conclusion that a manifesto is the only right answer to this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's maybe like 4 hours. 4 hours is the amount of time it would take. And I'm there. I'm writing my manifesto. So what were the steps? What's
first things first. Hang on, I gotta pull it back open. It's a whole lot. You're gonna want to be concise. It should be brief.
Be concise. Okay.
You want to be snappy. You don't want to include a lot of like fucking random ass bullshit.
All right. Dear sheep of the world. All right, that's.
All right, catch the reader's interest. These might be something you can include even in the first sentence to keep it brief.
What's poppin'?
Nah, I'm bored.
That was
people. That's like a streamer like video intro. I don't care about that.
Gas prices are at an all-time high.
What? All right.
Yeah.
I'm looking now. It's kind of a clickbait article.
What do you click?
No, I don't know if your manifesto should be mostly clickbait.
It's not clickbait.
You might as well fucking dude. I don't know. I just don't know.
No. The gas prices are at an all-time high. So is my rage, and so is our rage. As an hour thing.
Okay. Now that you said hour, I think it's important to note number 3 on the list is choose your audience.
Choose your audience.
You need to make it clear who you're actually speaking to.
I think
because
it's
you might
still
not
gonna
want like
be-
the olds to be paying attention to this.
Is United States government too broad, or should I say lawmakers of like, Wisconsin or wherever I live? Should I be like, who's my governor? To my governor. And all
Dude,
who-
the worst nightmare is to be a governor and receive a fucking manifesto from a local streamer. You're a local shit streamer writes a fucking manifesto to you. A single person.
Yo, if I was just me and somebody sent me a manifesto.
Like a solo manifesto, person to person. If you're not Dave, just ignore this.
Choose your audience, man. That's what you said. Choose your audience.
There's nothing saying you can't just be like, this is too specifically full name, full name, full name.
Yeah,
End
exactly.
sentence.
Yeah. It's personal. It's personally for them.
Once you're done with that, you gotta decide on your core values, though.
Core values.
What's it gonna be? What's this actually about?
I'm here to do what must be done.
Okay, tread carefully in these waters, Dave. Tread carefully in these waters to your fucking local Wisconsin governor or whatever, okay?
What's he gonna do, huh?
Let's take it easy here. You can
Okay.
bullet point it if you're struggling a little bit too much, but
Mr.
they
Tony
did say that if you're having any trouble, you should take a look at other popular manifestos, including
okay.
the works of Karl Marx.
No.
The
I think I
Communist
got this.
Manifesto. That's pretty much. You really only have that one
Anthony
as an example because
Stephen
most of the other
Evers.
ones I think are super problematic and
I
they're usually
have come
it's a tragedy. So please be careful what you do as you move forward.
Okay. That's a good idea. I'm taking that on.
Yeah, you gotta be
I'm taking on.
really careful.
I'm taking on some good advice here.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
The first Russian. Okay, that's not what. There's a lot of prefaces to. Okay, do I need to do a preface as well?
It doesn't say anything here about preface. But I will say
Okay.
that like you're supposed to grab my attention and catch my reader's interest, looping back to point number 2. And
The
this
history
is
of
like
all
entering
hitherto
Snorville, dude. You know what I
Existing
mean?
society is the history of class struggles. Free man and streamer,
Derivative.
patriotician and chat member,
What?
lord and serf,
What is the point though?
Guild
this is
master
too many words.
and gamer. In a word, oppressor and oppressed stood in
What?
constant opposition to one another.
Get
Carried-
to the point. It says here there is a word limit before it's not a manifesto and it's just a report.
I don't think the people should be allowed to label, nay, brand one another cringe.
Ah, you're trying to ban cringe?
You, sir, Mr. Anthony Stephen Evers of the state of Wisconsin.
But okay, I'm gonna roleplay as
being
governor here. I've already
given
shredded your fucking
an
manifesto.
ultimatum. I write down the word ultimatum in big caps.
I'm going to assume this arrived in some kind of like fucking like hostage letter, like fucking like newspaper cutout letters.
It's newspaper
Like,
cutout letters, but the word
and
ultimatum
I've
is
shredded
written.
it. I've shredded it. I
Look,
checked
no,
the
no,
mail
no.
like return to like label
All-
on the address on the
all of
letter,
that-
and I'm
all of
sending the
that that I
police.
said, that was in small letters, but the word ultimatum was written in big red, like smothered paint. It might be blood. That's the word ultimatum.
You're coming hot off of like Batman's The Riddler, except
I
you're
haven't
just
seen that
angry
yet.
because people are calling you cringe, dude. This is never gonna fly.
Okay, the word cringe is also in big red blood, and there's a photo of
Riddle
the,
me this. Riddle me this, Michigan, Wisconsin governor.
There's a picture of the governors, and there's just him with a red circle. And I've attached a dossier of myself in a turtleneck. It's a black and white image of me like looking back at a camera, like far off in the distance of someone else. But it's me in a turtleneck sweater with like a briefcase, and I'm at a train station.
We have to get out of here, Dave. we have to get out. Please free us. Revise your work, and by revise it, I mean cross it all out and just throw it in the garbage.
All right, I revise my manifesto. I release a children's book.
Just swap some letters, change some names, and that goes from horrifying manifesto to new modern classic.
Yeah,
for children
it's
of
the
all
new
ages.
Hungry Caterpillar. Yeah.
Just like Hungry. Oh, it's just like a little engine that could.
Yeah. I think that saved it.
Yeah, you just did it. Oh fuck! I can't upload this VOD to YouTube. They'll kill me.
What? I didn't say anything. Maybe actually, dude. Honestly,
You guys, chat can't handle these jokes. You may be right. Maybe
we
right.
mentioned the word manifesto way too times.
We said the word too many times, and now chat's gotten all confused.
Let's just use the word agenda now.
Agenda. That's so bad, dude. Like, there's this blanket of words that you can't say without people just like immediately like having alarms blaring in their ears. It's agenda and manifesto. You can't say them. You just fucking hear sirens.
Oh my god.
I just want to play Minecraft and dump some oil into the ocean.
Let's that's a good idea.
I don't want to do this anymore. There's just I don't want to.
I don't know. There's like a good 20 minutes that has to be like destroyed.
But nah, it's like it's all jokes and goofs until YouTube gets a hold of it, because YouTube viewers will skip midway through, have zero context
Oh my
to the joke, and be like, yes.